Hey everyone, I thought I would come on here and I wanted to share some staples that I always keep in my house that has been helping me stay on track and also very budget friendly. It's something that I almost always have on hand and always make sure it's in stock. But it's about $16, $14 to $16, and it's something I just always make sure I have. It helps keep me on track. It's affordable, and you don't have to show that you don't have to have protein powder and you don't have to have protein shakes. So I'm going to show a picture of it and we'll do a voiceover there. But I just want to come on here and say that I hope this helps somebody or it gives you some ideas. And yeah, so anyway, and if you have any ideas or something that you keep on hand that helps you, I would love to know about it as well. So, all right. Bye, guys. I hope you enjoy this.
Okay, guys, here's what I get that I have always have on hand 98% of the time. I am going to put a quick disclosure in here because I don't want to go on a rant about this. If you don't like anything here that you see or you're going to think it's too much processed, that's fine. Don't buy it. I don't need to hear it in the comments. That's all I'm going to say about that. Don't need to hear it. I'm going to do me, you can do you. I'm here to try to help people who may need a little help who are on lower budgets or give them some ideas. This is what I can afford to fit into the budget for myself. There's two of us, and I have between $50 and $75 to spend on groceries a week, but that includes everything: dog food, healthcare. Well, healthcare too, but um, what's the word I'm looking for? Hygiene products and toilet paper and paper towels, things like that. So that includes everything. All right, so let's get started. This is stuff that I keep on hand to help me stay on a higher protein, not high protein, but higher protein um, calorie deficit, and it helps with my food noise. So I always have eggs in the house because one, I cook them for Jason for breakfast every morning, but I also use one half of it for me for either boiled eggs or I will make egg salad. I buy the mini peppers to either roast or I will stuff them with light cream cheese and a little bit of low sodium bacon bits, but I didn't put those in there because they're not staples in my house. But the mini peppers are. I like them plain. I like them roasted, and I like them stuffed with the cream cheese. I always have ground turkey on hand, whether it's for dinner or for my lunches. This week it's for my lunches because I'm going to be making taco wraps, and they will be for my lunch all week. And I always have some kind of high protein and high carb type wrap in the house. This one I normally would not buy because they're very expensive. They're almost $5, but it was on sale this week for like $3.48, I think, at Walmart. At least among Walmart that I'm in. But I normally will always get like the Great Value, the Carb Smart version, or Great Values lower. What do you want to call it? The Carb Smart flour tortillas, but I buy the Great Value brand version of it. Jeez, long ways to go just to get there. Or I'll buy Joseph's lavish bread because even though that's a little bit more expensive, it's like $3.70 something. You can cut them in half, and there's 8 of them there, so that will last me all week. And they're in fact you're supposed to cut them in half, and they're very high protein and really good fiber, so it helps me get my fiber in. I always have cottage cheese. I know, but if you blend it, it makes a world of difference. And I mix that with the Cool Whip and the pudding mix, and that is my treat for the week. So good. I don't know how to explain how good that is. It just takes care of my sweet tooth, and it just satisfies me. And I'll either have it with a snack or I will have it with my lunch, depending on what I'm going to have with my lunch. And I always get the Jello brand of cheesecake, sugar-free cheesecake, because Great Value does not have only flavors they have is the chocolate and the vanilla. And I sometimes will buy that, but I was just in the mood for the cheesecake, which is about 50 cents more. And then I always have protein pasta in the house because this is the only brand I'll buy because not only is it's budget friendly, it's only like 50 cents more than regular pasta. It, you don't know it's not. You don't know that it's quote unquote higher protein. It's just it tastes like pasta. So and it is very budget friendly, and it's about picking and choosing what will fit in the budget. I always, and this is another one, just hear me out on this, fat-free cheese. I always have mild cheddar cheese in the house. Let me tell you, I learned a trick, and it's probably from TikTok. You rinse your fat-free cheese, and it will melt. I promise you, it will melt 95% better than just the normal um, cheese because whatever they put on it, you can rinse it off, and I can't even tell you what kind of a miracle that is. So that's what I get, and it's it's not any more expensive than the regular shredded cheese. Normally, I would get the block cheese back in the day and grate it myself. But I'm going to be honest with you. First of all, you can't get it in fat free, and uh, it's just I don't have a good grater. I'm getting a good grater, but they don't have fat free cheese, and I choose not to use my calories through cheese. So this is lower calorie, but it's still really good in protein. Okay, and then I always had light mayonnaise. Now, I don't buy the light mayonnaise every single week. I just happened to be out, we're almost out this week, so I had to buy it. But it will last me a good solid 2 months, if not longer. And I use it just a little bit to make egg salad or tuna fish salad or chicken salad. So that's the only thing I use them for. I'm not a huge mayonnaise fan, but I cannot get myself accustomed to Greek yogurt blends. I just don't like them. Unless you put Greek yogurt, I will buy vanilla Greek yogurt and mix it with like PB2 or, with the Jello in the Cool Whip. I just found that I like the cottage cheese, the consistency better. But anyway, those are some of the things I always have on hand. I should have put the tuna fish packets and the canned chicken in the picture, but I just forgot. I always have at least 2 packages of tuna fish on hand. That way, even if I get snacky, I can just eat a packet of tuna fish if I have to. I'm not a huge fish fan. It's about the only fish I'll eat. So I try to have it once a week at least, and it's really good in protein, lower in calorie, and it fits into your budget, and it fits into, well, at least my budget, and it fits into my calorie deficit really well. So anyway, guys, that's what I have today for you. Just a little bit of suggestions. This right here you see feeds me for my lunch and my snacks. I don't really eat breakfast, and sometimes if I do, I will just have like a boiled egg or something. Instead of having it with my lunch, I'll just have it at my breakfast if I feel, because sometimes I do wake up hungry, but other than that, I'm not hungry usually in the morning. So anyway, I hope this helped. And I know that some of it's processed. If you don't, as I said, just if you don't want to eat processed, then don't buy it. I mean, we all have to do and make choices. I just know that you don't need to have protein shakes and protein powders. Would I like to be able to afford them? Sure. I would be lying if I told you I didn't. But I'm making this work, and I'm feeling satisfied and excited about my lunches and my dinners. I'm not just having to eat it because I know that it's better for me and it's lower calorie. I actually enjoy what I'm eating, and it's all about just finding what works for you and staying in that calorie deficit. But all right, guys, if you have any tips or tricks or things that you buy too that are budget friendly, I buy other things than this, but these are my staples. These are what I always have in my house, and it's about $13 to $15, $16 depending on what I have to buy, and that's out of my budget. And I think that's a fair amount, and it doesn't make me feel selfish or taking away from groceries in the house for both of us plus the dog. So anyway, all right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope this helped a little bit, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.